Hi, this is Pastor Doug. Last Sunday, as we again looked at the road to joy, we saw that we live by grace from beginning to end. The Apostle Paul, writing to the church in Rome, says that we gain access by faith into God's grace in which we stand. It is God's grace that gives us a secure footing. It's God's grace that opens up peace with God, that we are no longer enemies with God, we are friends of God. God is for us, not against us. We live in the blessing of his forgiveness and the blessing of his moment-by-moment presence. I think we need to push back some of the misconceptions that surround grace. A misconception that, we start by grace, but then day by day, we got to just make it and do it by ourselves. It's our own efforts and striving that will keep us in good stead with God, good standing with him. No, we enter by grace. We continue to live by grace. Another is that, grace frees us up to just do whatever we want. We need to push back on that and says, no, grace gives us the freedom to be able to go God's way. That we are no longer bound up by our own selfish desires. We begin to have the desire of Christ in us, and we begin to go his way, not our way, and grace frees us up for that. We push back on the misconception that grace is only for the big things like salvation. But salvation really means that now God's presence and God's power, God's resources are available to us moment by moment in big things, big challenges of life, but even small things like making a video here, that God's grace is available to help us to live in a way that honors him, to live with confidence, to live without fear, to live in a way that we're not just like waiting for the other shoe to drop. No, we know that we have a God who is for us, who is not against us, and richly gives us all that we need. Not because we've earned it, because it's grace. It is a gift. So today, this week, I hope that you could learn to live more securely and stand in the grace that God has given to you in Christ Jesus.